No, seriously. It's weird humans can't drink salt water, right? There's so much of it, and you guys can't drink any of it. We're playing Far Changing Tides. It is a sequel, prequel, it is a quel to Far Lone Sails. You remember Far Lone Sails? It was the game where we were in a vehicle. Yeah, you know, the vehicle. Well, immediately, I'm noticing an increase in size in our player character in this game. I'm going to assume we can't breathe water. So, yeah. Just gonna stick my head above the surface. That's definitely... You know, this is a little known fact. I used to be a terraforming engine before they turned me into a power plant, so I know a thing or two about nature and plants and the ground and earth and trees and stuff. Alpine trees are not supposed to be underwater. That is the opposite of what you want, actually. Alright, there appears to be a large vertical wall in the way. I guess the Combine Citadel has finally made its way to the Yukon. So, still not entirely sure of the nature of this apocalypse, because I remember in the first game, we spent a lot of the first game, pretty emphatically not finding water. And then when we found water, that was the end of the game, and now, you know, we're in it. Alright, I used to be able to use the X key to zoom in. It doesn't seem like that is the case anymore. The zoom appears to be dynamic. Either that, or they have locked my ability to zoom until the end of the tutorial. So did we... What, were we in a building that was flung into the air when the big wall came down? I'm wondering how this game started with us falling into the water as violently as we did. The first game, you know, we had just buried our dad, so there's a little less mystery to what was going on, you know? Dad was dead, it was time to go east. What more do you need? I will admit to you all, despite the fact that I am made out of water, and in fact can breathe underwater through the process of using electricity to crack H2O into just O and H, I'm very scared of water monsters and, like, things underwater that might want to hurt me. Absolutely unrepentantly terrified. Well, things are looking pretty bad. Sorry about the stillness for a moment. I was just taking in the smaller details. There's a lot of clothes on lines above the water line, so either the apocalypse happened on washing day, or people were still keeping on as everything was flooding. So anyway, to address the title of this stream, it is pretty weird humans can't drink salt water, right? Like, the water inside of you is almost salt water. Why can't you just put it in? put it in there. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Ah. Zoom key is now V. Appears to be a drawing of, I think, us and our mom on the wall, as well as some chicken feed and a hammock. You can tell that we're real carefree, cool people because we sleep in a hammock. And Mom is dead. Folks, that's the kind of painting that you only paint when someone is emphatically dead, right? Alright. Well, I guess I'm taking Mom's houseplant with me. Oh. There's a blueprint back there for something. Is our mom the inventor of, like, a third competing car to the car from the first game? Because, like, there was our car, the Okomotive or whatever, right? And then there was, like, the enemy Landstrider that ran super badly and broke down in, like, 5 minutes of operation. And now there is this person wearing blue, and they're unironically not blue blueprints. And they appear to have a third type of vehicle. Well, I guess we'll maybe find out. I have a bad feeling that this game might fall into the trap of the first game, which is they never actually answer anything. The game just kind of happens and you experience it and then it's over. You know? I honestly admire video game protagonists who can clear as much distance as they do with, I believe that's just the breaststroke. No, that's not the breaststroke. I used to know what that stroke was called. The stroke where you pull yourself through the water and you kick your legs in one big motion. It's not actually that easy to get, like, big distance out of doing that. That's not something that really makes you go very far. Oh. I see. There's a vault. And the vault is locked, so I guess we're gonna have to sneak in through the... Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I just realized that's a... Hey folks. That's an air vent. There's not supposed to be a bunch of water inside of that. Oh no. I hope this was a waste outflow vent and not... Oh god. Oh, okay. It was a secret murder workshop. I'll set plant down, see if I can't get a look at these schematics. That's the thing, it looks a little bit like a rocket, but it also looks like a version of the Okomotive from the first game, but like, the wheel is not facing the right direction for it to be that. So I'm wondering how this thing moves. Sorry, I was a little wrapped up in looking at like some of the bits of that diagram, trying to figure out if it actually said anything or meant anything. There's a water hose here, a lot like the one we had in the first game. Oh. Huh. That looks a lot like the parts of the vehicle from the first game, actually. Like, a weird amount like it. Does the suck mode... Yes, it does. Where's that water possibly going? Like, where could that water be going? I know there's a little dark sphere in that tube that pipe up there, but I refuse to believe that we are dumping that water into a singularity. Wait, did I? No. I actually, yeah, I need to restart from my checkpoint game because I can't leave that plant there. I only noticed after I solved the puzzle that I left my goddamn plant behind. All right, so if we want to keep the plant with us, it's gonna be one of those runs. We gotta be cognizant of where the plant is, because we might make forward progress that bars us from the plant's location. Oops. Alright. Let's go, plant, you and me. Wait a second. No. Hang on. Oh. I guess I have a new outfit. And I am stuck in my new outfit. I really hope that this isn't, like, this outfit looks pretty weighty. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, this outfit looks pretty weighty. I hope that it's still buoyant, because it would be a real pain in the ass if it was... Huh? What? Okay. Alright, that's interesting. The dumb little propeller of the outfit. I was about to make a comment about how it looked like a propeller, but no, it is actually a propeller. Like, we're not fucking around. That's excellent. So, holding space appears to make me kind of do a quick sprint, and then my speed eventually bleeds off. I see. Now, does my helmet come off when I come out of the water, or... Alright, I don't think I can just leap out of the water like I want to right now. Yeah, no, there's a blue thing. I think it would be a legitimately very helpful power-up if the world color-coded things for you. Like, everyone always talks about superpowers in video games, right? And they always want, like, bullet time, or, like, the ability to carry, like, 9 million guns at once and not slow down. And all that stuff. But I think if the world just knew what my goal was at any given time, and it did that thing, like, in Horizon Zero Dawn, where it, like, highlights, you know, it'll highlight a ledge orange in order to indicate that you can do parkour up it, for instance. I would love if I could randomly figure out, like, you know, if I had eyes that could tell me, yeah, you absolutely can make a parkour jump over that table. No, like 100%. Because usually, if I try and jump on things, I hurt myself. Also, holy cow. It's, well, it isn't the Okomotive, but it's something a lot like it. Why is the button to start it on top? That seems like a strange design for a boat. Something I'm immediately noticing, which I am appreciating, is they have made the technology a little bit more natural looking, in that, like, the big push buttons don't just look like big, giant staples that was easy buttons anymore. They actually do properly look like, you know, a button that would be person-sized a little bit more, which I appreciate. Gonna go get my potted plant off the top of the boat before I pull any levers. So we have the sail, then we have this lever which. Okay, so I think I have to move the sails to the part of the mast. I have to get, like, the sails aligned so that the flag at the front is in the blue part of the mast, it seems like. No, pull back a little bit, maybe? There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to have to hold this lever up while the wind sort of, you know, changes. Alright. Well, I'm immediately liking how I don't have an engine to manage. That's pretty nice compared to the first game, I would say. Okay, looks like the wind has just stopped. There is one downside to... Oh, never mind. Hang on. Wait. Alright, there we go. I thought the wind had stopped for a second, just because the particles to the left of my sails had. Chevy... Oh, right, okay, yeah, no, this is an old boat. It's not gonna work forever. Should I do something? Oh, okay. I guess I just had... I can't tell quite yet if I'm doing something wrong with this sailing section or if... Oh, no, hang on. No, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I deserve that one. Could I even put the sails down, though? I tried pressing the button like last time, you know? That's what did it last time, but, Oh, hang on. Jumping on that cog did something. First things first, I'm gonna get my houseplant inside, because it just occurred to me that I've been very irresponsible with my houseplant this whole time. Sorry, I'm just trying to once again get... Like, I'm trying to remember what was required in the first game and what this game, in turn, might sort of require as an evolution of the first game's mechanics. Okay, so I can definitely raise and lower the sail. So that was a me fuck up. I could have actually lowered the sail so as to not bonk it. That's an oopsie on Void Puppy's part, I suppose. I'm just not quite sure how I'm supposed to tell, like, when I need to move the sails for the sake of catching the wind better. Like, I can tell from the motion of that flag, but it's hard to tell what direction they want me to move the sails, because it doesn't always immediately improve from me moving the lever. I'm beginning to see why this game has achievements for speedrunning it in like 22 minutes. Because the idea of doing that is simply ridiculous. Honestly, I'm beginning to think we might be in part of the Pacific Northwest from all of the broken lumber mills and pine trees everywhere. Okay, so once again, as in the first game, we have come to an obstacle that ramming into cannot help. Which is always sad, because percussive maintenance is, in fact, the best kind of maintenance. It works really well on gelatin-based life forms. Like, basically any problem I have can be solved just by thwapping me hard enough to paste me across a wall. Doesn't even hurt. Ah. Okay. I guess we're just gonna break things. Okay, so the lever to obviously solve the problem is obviously broken. Ah, wait a minute. Then... yeah, we're definitely somewhere in the Pacific Northwest of this universe, considering the fact that we are operating a lumber mill. I bet that's Mount Rainier right there in the background. Gas? Oil? Oh, it's a handheld welding torch? I guess the repair tools might not be, or like, we might not have a completely reliable repair tool in this game anymore, I suppose. Alright, back on the boat. I'm gonna repair everything before I actually take the sails up. Seems like the prudent thing to do. There was... well, I guess whatever in here is smoking I can't actually fix right now. That's okay. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to ram my sail directly into the underside of a sawmill. Now that would be the funny noob bait. I am not a noob. I know all about boats. I do not know port from starboard, but that's fine.
Yeah, boy.
Lilac Snick is following Dogdent. Last mistake you'll ever make.
Lilac Snick, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, we are clear of the enemy sawmill. It's time to raise our fucking sails. And I gotta say, the sail raising startup procedure in this game feels a lot better than the engine startup in the first game. It was really annoying in the first game how you had to keep like pressing the button on the engine to reset that little timer, and like restarting the engine and setting the sails took a long ass time. Yes, this is a new FAR. It's a quel of some kind. I don't know if it's a prequel or a sequel or an interquel. The store page just says that it's in the same universe. Yeah, it came out like a month ago, I think. Like, it's not a particularly old game, so that's probably why you haven't seen it. I'm really dreading the part of the game where they unlock, like, the front part of the ship, and it turns out I have, like, a 30-part engine that I have to play DDR in order to not blow up. Oh, shit! That was not a moose. That was a caribou, I believe. So we are definitely somewhere in Canada. You know, I try not to get political on this stream, but if the first game took place in America, it makes sense why their locomotive made us burn hundreds of crates of fossil fuels. And the Canadian locomotive is sail-powered. Is that? Yep, there it is. Our first piece of large, mysterious, abandoned industry. My favorite. I gotta say, I'm not sure how well this sail design would actually work on a boat. I know that there are some smaller boats that do this sort of like forward-facing sail, side-facing sail design, but I don't know how that would work on a boat like this. Also, yeah, no, there's gonna be some sort of anxiety-inducing weather event. I bet, you know, the first game wasn't brave enough to do this. The second game, I bet it is. I think this is the game where the locomotive gets hit by a goddamn lightning bolt and just explodes. It just explodes. Or better yet, this is the game where they up the ante on Limbo and they just add a giant goddamn spider. Oh no, I just realized actually a sea monster is a totally actually possible thing for them to throw at me. I am very afraid of sea monsters, chat. There's a reason why I haven't played anything like fucking Subnautica or anything on this channel. That's the thing, like, we have all this alternate industry, and, like, the last game very heavily seemed to imply that we were settling, like, a foreign planet. So I've been making all these jokes about, like, oh, we're in Canada. But, like, if we're in another universe, or another world, or even on another planet, there could be a sea monster. God, I gotta say, it's really difficult sometimes, like, actually finding things to say about FAR other than, wow, isn't the violin nice right now? Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Alright, taking bets on what the rumbling was. I'm gonna say, something just shifted horribly underground. Because, like, we came near with our security collar. Also, thank you. All of this art is actually, I will admit, not done by me. It is actually done by, they've been on stream before, actually. They were on stream for Alba. It's done by Gub, my lovely girlfriend, who I adore. I can't generate art assets for shit. The only art asset that I've generated for this channel has been the header. Also, imagine if instead of a sucker in this game, they do just give us a massive fish hook and tell us to catch fish. Like, this is the water-themed FAR, right? This is their opportunity to give us a fishing minigame. One of my big complaints about the previous FAR, actually, come to think of it, no fishing minigame. It's, you know, it was a real missed opportunity that they didn't have, dust fishing in the desert. Okay, I don't like that. I can hear like a deep bassy throbbing. Okay. That's the thing, Antarctica is technically a desert. I hear they have some great fishing out there. I hate this. I don't like this, like thrumming that has started in the background. Wait a second. Oh, hang on, I just noticed looking at the metal in the background. Is this... I think it might be a broken down version. Like, the last game had the larger land mover. I think that might be a larger version of our boat. Possibly. Alright, we have an engine again. Okay, so we drop things directly in. There's no engine lift. Oh. Oh, I had to pump a bellows. Okay. This is very strange compared to the first game. Like, it's definitely a different style of engine. We have to... No. I think this engine is spent for now. Was that a bait? Is that not actually my real engine? Is that not going on my boat? Wait a second. Hey, hang on. So, it looks like there might actually... Hey, is the through line of this game actually going to be finding people? Because that might actually be... That would be really interesting. So I remember first game, like it was definitely a very unique tone to have the first game's plot be, you know, your dad is dead, go east. And then this one is, your mom is dead, go east, but also there might be people there. Because I don't know if we were ever implied, like, to be looking for anyone else in the other game. I thought we were just kind of headed east for the sake of heading east. Oh, hey! Okay, so this engine is immediately way better than the engine from the first game, because this engine can go forwards and backwards. Holy shit, we've made some strides between games. Alright, I really hope overbellowing the engine doesn't cause problems or something like that. Can I just run this bad boy right backwards off the track? No. Why did they give me so much leeway to back up if they weren't actually going to let me, like, were they just letting me grab some fuel? Cool. You know what, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain about fuel considering the last, like, 45 minutes of the first FAR were a debacle of me being completely unable to find any fuel whatsoever. Oh. Hey, wait, no, I just realized something. There is something deeply dystopian about the... Oh, hey, Darth. Not much. I'm just playing, you know, some games. It's Sunday morning, so I decided I wanted to have a chill stream, because I have to go do manual labor later. Sunday is when I do manual labor as penance for being a streamer. But I just noticed how actually dystopic it is that we are a child who is just hopping up and down on a pair of bellows to make an industrial engine fire. Like, that's a little bit... that's a little bit creepy. What's this button? Also, I should move my chat window because I've only just noticed that I have put a chat window with white text on a completely white background. Alright, there we go. Now I can see all of my beautiful chat members. Gosh. I was looking up at the sky, staring at the... because I had my chat in the top right of my visual field. And I was looking up and I was wondering, oh, why can't I see my chat? That's so that's so weird. Why is it so hard right now for me to see my chat? This is causing me a lot of eye strain. It's really uncomfortable. And it was because I was trying to read white text with no outline on a completely white background. This does not work. Does this crate weigh the button down? Is anything heavy enough to weigh the button down, or does it have to be me? I'm thinking I can weigh this button down and then maybe jump up underneath once that hatch opens. There has to be a solution to this that is not stack a bunch of the burnable items, right? No, stop that. Because that button only stays pressed for a moment. And I don't really think I can jump any farther. there something in the way that I can move? Huh. Just to have a winch for problems like this. Normally there'd be a hook that I could winch. Hmm. I'm unironically stuck on the first puzzle of the game, it would seem. Unless this is one of those things where there's no puzzle here and I just have to go back to the left. Well, not strong enough to move a couch with my doughy 12-year-old body, which is also a fucking problem. Well, gamers, I'm not too proud to tab out and check a walkthrough. You see, it's not a matter of caving and capitulating to being bad at the video game. No. I prefer to think of it more as using a shared knowledge base, which is really, if you think about it, kind of the most human thing that you can do, you know? And I want to be like a human. Weak to salt water. Full of blood. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to test something now, and if it works, we're all going to have to agree that it didn't happen, okay? And that I didn't just spend all the time that I did doing the stuff that I did. Yep. Okay, so what has happened, chat, is that there was no puzzle. The puzzle was that the second that I actually brought this engine over here, it slammed into the other cart and it connected the two. And all I have to do now is move the train to the left because they're connected. And, you know, it's not often that I get embarrassed for not seeing the forest for the trees on a puzzle. That I feel silly for maybe not noticing things that other people may have more easily. This is a situation where I will say I feel a little silly. What'd you do to my boat? Ah, they've given my boat a new plug. What? Was that always in there? Hold up a moment, sir. Did we always have a 12-part combustion engine? Who took the keys to the combustion paddler? What the fuck was their problem? Can I not burn that? Oh, interesting. So I had to move things from down on the hook. Do I have to go all the way under the boat in order to use the hook? No, I do have a sucker hose now, it would seem. Does it? No, it does not automatically actually suck in burnables. I'm not quite sure how that helps me then. I don't want to be rude, but I think this is a downgrade from the vehicle in the first game. We are now using what appears to be a bellow-fired paddle motor. You know, there was a I'm just saying, there was a time, you know, instead of a bellow-fired paddle motor, we had a wheel. That's all. I'm a big fan of wheels as compared to big fucked up paddles, but that's just me. Well, there was a meter in there getting very red, so I hope that's not what I think it is. Which is to say, my engine about to fucking explode on me. Well, the engine has stopped. That's probably nothing. And I stopped the engine all for the sake of raising sails for no wind. Oh. Ah, I see. Wait a second, where'd my plant go? I had a plant. Where did you people put my plant? Did it unload between scenes? No, really though, where... Did I lose my mom's funeral plant? There are no words for how I feel about that. I don't even remember when I lost it, folks. I really don't. Bye, Mom. It was good knowing you. You were a good lady, so I hear. Ah, okay, so yeah, there is... If I need to, I don't know why I got set to reverse. Forward, please. So, the heat meter in this game is handled a little bit more literally, by me quite literally spraying water on the engine when it overheats. Good to know. Was that plant next to me the whole time, chat? And I was just losing my goddamn mind about it? You know what? This whole stream has been a little bit embarrassing for me. We're gonna burn the plant too. Sorry, Mom. Again, you were a great lady. I don't doubt that for a minute. But I'd just rather forget about all of what has happened here today, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I got an engine out of my way. Huh? Oh, we have a sonar. There's something down in the water, says the boat. Do I have to? Is my boat not going to let me leave until I go investigate the mysterious noise down in the abyssopelagic layer? Is that what this is? God damn it. Okay. Well, there's a bunch of fuel for the ship that I will go load on the hooks, I suppose. Yeah, well, it used to be I was quite impressed by how long the kid could hold their breath. And now I'm just impressed by this, the sheer, like, lack of safety displayed by our little motorized scuba helmet. Like, sure, it helps us hold our breath longer and maybe even swim faster, but we have a giant rotary blade just tied around our neck. Just going nuts. Like, this kid raises their hand to ask a question in class, accidentally sets off their little fucking swim collar. They're gonna take an arm off. It's gonna be a very bad day. Also, are those fucking mangrove trees in the background? Hang on, I just now noticed. Yeah, I was trying to avoid mentioning that I kept getting the poor kid concussed by the door. You know, I was hoping if I didn't acknowledge it, it wouldn't have happened, but I did get that kid blatted in the fucking face. But looking at the roots of some of these trees back here, they look like fucking mangrove trees. Which is not, like, I don't think that's what pine tree roots actually look like. This was a bad idea. I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna not let that fall right on my head, actually. Oh. Okay. What is that bound to? Is that a sea mine? What is that? No, it's just a buoy. Wait, why is that grain silo attached to a buoy? Doesn't that mean like someone was gonna come back here or something? I wonder if there are rescue efforts from whoever was designing the boats. Oh, come on. All the way up. Grab the hook. All the way back down. Oh, no wind now, huh? Alright. I guess this game's gonna not make me multitask as much as the first game, or at least they're going to go slow on introducing it, because I remember the first game you had to manage the sails along with the engine quite a lot. Why is the engine... Ah, we are out of fuel. Of course. Well, I just got an achievement for burning Mom's funeral plant, so... Don't know how to feel about that one. Maybe not so good about that one. Well, there's wind blowing according to the sail up there, but I don't... Alright, engine, please don't overheat while I'm offsetting the sail. I'll be real upset if you do. Alright. And come on. I wonder if we'll get an upgrade for our child that'll, like, I don't know, tie an iron weight around their neck so they can pump the bellows faster. Ah. Well, I can't mess with the sails at all. I don't want to be in rockfall territory anymore. That was awful. And, oh no, yep, I'm not going to be able to get up there in time to... Well, it's a good thing this game is called Changing Tides and not Lone Sails, because it's looking like pretty soon we're not going to have any sail whatso-fucking-ever. One problem I keep having is I consistently keep going to hose off the front part of the engine to keep it cool. And then when I go to press E to let go of the water hose, I am grabbing the throttle and dragging it backwards with me. And I'm pretty sure that's a sufficient explanation of why I'm not allowed to pilot my ship myself. Someone else does that for me. Well, that's not great. Yeah, the rapid recession of the... Oh boy. I'm not even gonna bother. Gee, I sure hope we didn't just watch a child drown. Oh. The boat. Oh. Well, our boat is a lot shorter now, that's for sure. Huh. Well, you know, it's funny. In the first game, when we lost the tail end of our boat, the boat started going faster, so... This could be a positive thing. We may have just actually improved the mass coefficient of our boat. I don't know if it's good for boats to be heavy or not. I think you just want boats to be as light as possible, unironically, right? I don't think you want a heavy boat. I like how all the airlocks and doors in this world open with such tremendous force that they could definitely pop your head off your shoulders like a bottle cap. That's just an incredible safety design, I think. Because, you know, a lot of, you know, the spacefaring empires, they won't let you put an AI in charge of, like, an autonomous weapons platform that can just kill people. But you know what they will let you put an AI in charge of? An airlock. Now, at the end of the day, all an airlock really is an automated head whacking off machine. And I mean that in, like, the worst possible sense, you know? What happens here if I just keep swimming west? Will the game eventually stop me from swimming west again? I'm not going to check. It would be completely in character for a game like this to let me walk back all the way to the previous puzzle. For no reason. Well, I'm going to take this modification of my boat to be a good thing. We're going to try and take it in stride and just get on our way. Alright, fuel her up. Let's go. Got places to be. I don't care if my boat now has half the square footage and is worth half as much. Gotta get east. God knows why. I gotta say, I'm beginning to think this game is probably a prequel to Far, just because our engine doesn't run on mysterious blue goop. It does appear to run on mashed trash, which is definitely a difference between the games that I have noticed. Like, we actually appear to have a macerator that shreds our trash before we feed it into the furnace of the ship. In the previous game, it just kind of got turned into blue raspberry by a mysterious and arcane process. Noticing a distinct lack of music. I'm wondering if that is an introspective choice, or if there's something else I'm supposed to be doing other than operating the engine to make the music happen. But I know this game's soundtrack is dynamic, so well. I guess time to get the last of the fuel onto the hooks. Probably not going to use the rest of this repair can. So it can go in too. The architectural style, if this isn't Earth, you know, if this is another planet or what have you, the architectural style definitely seems to lean towards stilted houses and houses built into the side of walls. Looking at the houses dotting the background. So I'm beginning to wonder if they knew that the water was coming and just didn't do anything about it. Or, you know, if the logic was just, you know, build a taller house as you do. Lots of stuff on sonar now. Alright. Put the engine out before you leave. Remember, the fire won't stop burning just because you want it to. You have to put it out with water. This has been a top tip about fire management with Void Puppy. Alright, another puzzle where we have to raise the sail in order to climb it and get to the MacGuffin up top. No, stop that. Yeah, back up. No. Stay. There we go. That's luggage, like traveling luggage. That's really disconcerting. I think people might have died. Like, a lot of people might have died. Is that a house on a crane? What? What it... Or... Houseboat? Were we just building people vehicles to live in when this apocalypse started happening? Because in Lone Sails, you know, our Okomotive had a bed in it, and it seemed that the land mover, the big thing that we were in, you know, it had, like, dormitories. So I'm beginning to wonder if the plan on how to deal with the apocalypse was quite literally just build everyone a boat or a car to live in. And I feel like I should emphasize that that is not a plan. Live on a boat is not a plan to respond to rising sea levels. Oh. Huh. These people also had a map leading to those same coordinates. I really hope there are people there, because if there aren't, and this whole trip was for naught. If this whole trip was for naught, I'm gonna feel like a real jackass. But you know, voices on the radio is a pretty good sign, as far as it goes. The real champions of these games are always the kids, specifically for how quickly they can climb ladders. Like, have you ever considered the average ladder climbing speed of a video game protagonist? Because it is something absolutely insane. Alright, I was gonna make a point about video game ladders, but I think I might be in danger. Oh, I guess it was just a trapdoor hole in the floor. Not actual danger. But yeah, like your average video game protagonist goes up a ladder in the time that it would take me to climb 2 rungs of one. Ladders are scary, you know? Alright, so there's 4 guys and a crowd of people. They come together and they talk while the earth breaks and water rises, I guess. Start building cranes. Again, that's not really a response to climate change and weather disruptions and, like, the environment being fucked up. Build a crane, or like build a taller houseboat is absolutely not an answer. Man, this whole planet's got some very questionable ideas about survival, I must say. Wait a second, are we replacing the broken, messed up, like, flat back part of our boat with a bespoke houseboat back half of the boat? What possible advantage could this actually have to our continued ability to, like, go east and sail? Like, what could possibly in this moment motivate me to add more dead weight to this boat, huh? I won't do it. I see. You always love to see when the boys down in engineering hook up a really important winch to a switch that's nice and gummy, you know? It just has a lot of wiggle room in it, and it takes like 3 whole seconds for you to stop pulling the switch once you stop pulling the switch. That's my honest favorite part of the boat. And I'm glad that the engineers on this planet are exactly as competent as the engineers on my home planet. God, what terrible boat. Operation Make Our Boat Worse is complete. Congratulations, everyone. Oh. Okay, so I guess I don't have the red hood of the character from the first game, so I'm not going to be able to just randomly tank incredibly far falls, huh? Alright, so looks like we finally have a living area, so I can hang up the light cube if I want. I can't get to the front of the boat from the top. I have to go through the bottom. So, you know, if there's any big scary fish, I will be forced to see the big scary fish. I love that. Sorry, do we have a hammock and a sunroof? Is that what you're telling me here? Oh, not a sunroof, oh, that's a planter. I wonder if I could have planted Mom's plant if I hadn't burned it. Oops. Sorry, Ma. If it helps, Ma, I did it for an achievement. I burned your memorial flower for a fucking achievement, Ma. Huh. Wonder what's in that tank. Guess we'll find out if they let me haul it onto the ship. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot more industrial shipping containers hanging around in space than you'd think. I have to restrain myself constantly from just finding industrial shipping containers in the ocean and just take the ocean. Space, not the ocean. But there's so many fucking shipping containers out in space, I just have to resist just grabbing them and popping them open and seeing what's inside. Because more often than not, there's fucking nothing interesting in a shipping container you'll find in space. Because usually they were shipping something to some colony somewhere where it's like, oh yeah, we need more high density, no chewable liquid protein stuff. And it's bugs. It's mashed bugs. It's a shipping container full of 100 foil sleeves of mashed bugs. I should not be firing the engine. What am I doing? There was a thing to investigate. I can't believe that I got all the loot and then promptly went, yep, no reason to see what's down that hole. I guess it's all the water. I immediately just go into beach mode when I see water, and beach mode me is just not as smart. You know, beach mode Vuppy is wondering where the nearest margarita is, you know? Or whether or not your key lime pie is actually using key limes. Or if you're just using normal limes, but you're saying they're key limes because you don't know that key limes... Like key lime is a specific kind of lime that was invented, or I guess discovered, maybe, in the Florida Keys. They got a different flavor to them. It's not just a weird word that they use to sell you pie you don't need, I promise. I know that was a complete non sequitur, but here's something that is in line with the non sequitur. If you're one of those people who believes that red velvet as a flavor is just chocolate with food coloring on it, I need you to see yourself out of the chat because you're not welcome here. getting a little windy out here. It's time to see if we can't get this thing going fast for once. In the first game, I didn't really understand having the hooks for all of your possessions. In this game, I absolutely understand that you have hooks inside of the vehicle to keep all of your shit attached to. Because, my god, this is one of the bumpiest rides I could possibly conceive of. Oh, no, stop putting the engine out, damn it. Just trying to cool the moving parts of the engine. I accidentally doused the main fire. See, this is why they kept me chained to a wall when I was a reactor for a spaceship, like I said. Can I close the floor hole? Or am I going to be tripping down the floor hole until the very end of this game? I'm not a fan of the floor hole that I keep falling down. No thank you, Mr. Bowie. I'd like to... I'm not stopping for anything. This looks like the open ocean. Alright. Well. There is a sonar ping. So I guess I'm going down there. Oh boy. Huh. Fish. A lot of fish. There's a sonar ping. Yep. There certainly was a sonar ping. Oh, there's a whale! Holy fuck! Hello. No closer, please. No closer. They think they can get away with anything just because they're fucking... Just because they're enormous. I fucking hate whales. Oh god, is he close enough? No, he's... We're fine. Yeah. God, I fucking hate whales. Whales suck. Well, we found some pirate treasure. I'm gonna put that on the backup hook. I don't really want to burn pirate treasure after finding out that there is apparently a planter pot that someone installed in the boat for my mom's corpse flower after I already burned my mom's corpse flower. I don't want to know how the person who built this thing knew that my mom was going to have a corpse flower, but, you know. I already ruined one present by burning random cool shit that I find, so I'm not going to burn the sunken treasure. Yet. Huh. Okay. doesn't seem like anything particularly valuable or interesting, so I guess the rest of this stuff can go on the burn pile. I don't know what this is. A work light? I don't know. Alright. I'm just gonna carry all this stuff inside, get it on the hooks. I already run out of fuel enough because I forget that it's even there. And I know for a fact if I don't bring all this stuff inside, get it on the hooks, that I will somehow lose it the next time that the ocean recedes. Because I have a feeling the ocean's still, like, this planet is so fucked up, I bet the ocean could still recede even when it is this deep and has a whale in it. I bet that whale lives in constant fear of the ocean doing something messed up and just fucking killing it. Because, like, if I was a whale, that's what I would be pretty constantly afraid of. Is just something weird's gonna happen with the ocean and it's gonna kill me somehow. Because you really don't have any other problems as a whale, you know? You're just big. Alright. So here's the plan, since we have been going for a decent little bit here. I am going to pilot this boat until the boat hits something that it cannot boat through. And then when that happens, I will take that as the sign that the stream is over. Boat soothsaying, I would say, is one of the most accurate forms of soothsaying there is. Because boats know things, folks. Well, I don't appear to be able to set the sails in any meaningful way. There we go. I guess I had to reset that gear at the very front to get it to do what I wanted. Alright, yep, the lightning strikes are happening, just as predicted, actually. It's uncanny how I know these things are going to happen before they do. Alright, we've immediately gotten to the anxiety-inducing weather event a couple acts too early. So I'm very interested to see what the rest of this game could be. Well, no more lightning has hit the goddamn ship yet, so that's pretty cool. Something definitely just popped out of the engine that I'm not used to seeing pop out of the engine. I hope that's nothing important. Okay. I don't think the sails are doing too well. Come on. You can do it. I promise. Well, that was eventful. At least our ship didn't break in half for a third time. That would have been comical beyond belief, actually. Alright, so that's definitely not any flag from any country on Earth that I know. I don't think we're on Earth, I think we're in space. Like, that is, almost certainly confirmable by now, right? We have engines that somehow burn glass, it would appear, so... Like, we can just macerate glass and burn it, so... Well, I would say that this definitely qualifies as an impassable obstacle. So I'm gonna see what that thing below us is, get the cargo hook on it. Then I think that'll be the stream for now. Because I did say I was going until nature stopped our boat. And I don't think there's anything more nature stopping the boat than literally a sheer vertical rock wall made of nature. Hey, You know, now that we're down here, this definitely looks like it could be... like the remains of a skyscraper or something? Like it looks like there's natural rock, but just under the natural rock shelf are a bunch of buildings. But, like, those chunks might not be natural rocks? Have we started to have tectonic activity over our fallen skyscrapers? Are we at that stage of post-apocalypse? Goodness. I'm really worried that I keep seeing fish. Because if I was a maker of a video game and I wanted to make someone afraid, right? And I wanted it to all be sort of a seamless experience, I would slowly ramp up from, like, you know, there's fish, and it's all normal mountain fish, like it's trout and salmon, and they're all relatively normal looking, and they just kind of swim around. And then just slowly, ever so slowly, the fish get bigger until eventually, yes, that is a shark. And no, we are not sorry. Sonar still says there's something down there, but I don't believe it. Anyway. Thank you, as always, for coming out. I always appreciate having people around to view my streams. Thank you to Lilac Neck for following. Follower is good. And I will be streaming again in a couple of days. I have a panel on my page that should update over time as I try and stream a little bit more consistently. So I hope you have a lovely day. And if you see that goddamn build Ibis, please, for the love of God, just don't tell it. Just for the please, I'm.